My name is Francesca.
Hello, my name is Emily.
And we are part of Riverside Academy. And my favourite colour is blue. And what's your favourite colour, Emily?
My favourite colour is yellow.
Good, okay. So today we're taking over Kids Church.
No, we're just kidding. Melody actually invited us to do this today. So we have a question for you to start today off. Do you prefer sweet or salty food? What do you prefer?
I always prefer savoury, salty food. What about you?
I love sweets.
Okay, well what about you guys? Take some time now to answer that question. Great, well, I hope you guys had a good chat about the kinds of food that you like. So to start, we're going to carry on a little bit of this food theme, and we're going to play a game. You probably know it, and it's about beans. Do you like beans?
I like beans.
Good, okay. What about you guys? Do you like beans? Cool. So, this is a game when your leader says the name of a bean, you must do the action that goes along with that bean. So, for example, if your leader says, run a bean, you will have to run on the spot. So let's practice that right now. If you're sitting down, stand up and I'll say, run a bean! Yeah, good, that's a great one. Okay, and the next one, guess what the action might be here? So the next one is jumping bean. What have you got to do? Yeah, you've got to jump. Great. Okay, so everyone jump. Very good. Good. Okay. And the next one is French bean. So when your leader says French bean, you must go, ooh la la. And if your leader says broad bean, you must stretch your arms out really wide and make yourself as broad as you can be. And if your leader says jelly bean, you must go wobble, 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 wobble. Good. And if your leader says tin of beans, you must huddle together and make a big tin of beans. Yeah, and then you can let go again. Good. Okay, so we will give you some time now to play the bean game.
Well, we hope you had so much fun playing that game. So today we are talking about Jesus and how he invites us into a friendship with him. So in Jesus' time, many people heard Jesus' invitation to be his friend, but they all responded in different ways. Some said
No.
Others said
Yes.
and other people would say
Maybe later.
So today's story, we're going to be looking at a gardener and his seeds.
Good. Okay, so we've got a little action to go along with this story. So Emily's going to read the story, and when you hear the word seeds, we're all going to go seeds. So can we try that now together? Everyone go seeds. Really good. Okay, so we're going to listen to the story now and listen out for the word seeds.
So, Jesus liked to tell the people stories. His stories had special meanings. One day he told this story. Once there was a farmer. He went to his field to plant his seeds. He scattered the
seeds
here and there. Now some of the
seeds
fell on the path. The birds flew down and ate those
seeds.
Some of the
seeds
fell in the rocky dirt. They sprouted, but there were too many rocks. The roots could not grow and get water. So when the sun grew hot on them, they didn't survive. Some
seeds
fell where there were weeds. The
seeds
sprouted, but the weeds grew bigger and crowded them out. Other
seeds
fell into the good dirt. There were no weeds or rocks. They settled deep in the dirt where no birds could get them, and they grew and grew and grew. The people wondered about this story. What does it mean? They asked Jesus, and Jesus told them, the
seed
is the news about God. The birds and the weeds and the rocks are like some people's hearts. They hear God's word, but they have their hearts on other things. They do not understand. They do not love God and follow him. But the good dirt is like the hearts of people who do understand. They love God. God's love grows in their hearts like a beautiful, healthy plant.
Well, what a great story about seeds! So, before we talk a bit more about what this story means, we have a few questions. So, first question is, if you were a gardener, what plant would you like to grow? The second question is, how would you like it to grow? Would you like it to be a little plant, or would you like it to be really, really big with really deep roots? And the third question is, how would you take care of it? So take a minute in your groups to answer those questions now. Great. So, Emily, what plant would you plant?
I would plant a sunflower.
Oh, that's lovely.
Just because they're so pretty, and I just think it'd be nice to have a field of sunflowers.
Nice. I'd probably plant some vegetables because I like food. I like vegetables. So anyway, going back to our theme of plants and seeds and food, sometimes our relationship with Jesus can be a little bit like the seeds in this story, as we heard a little bit of Emily's explanation at the end. The first one was the seed that was scattered on the path. What was the problem there? Does anyone remember what happened to the seed that was scattered on the plant? So if you remember, it was eaten by birds and it was trampled. And so Jesus said this is a little bit similar to people who hear Jesus' invitation, but they choose not to believe what they've heard, and what they have heard is trampled and forgotten straight away. The second one was the seed that fell onto the rocky dirt. So the roots couldn't grow stable and get water. So when it got hot, the plants didn't survive. And Jesus says this is a little bit like people who are excited about his invitation, but don't try to get to know him. And when trouble comes, they forget their excitement and what they believe, and they may turn away from Jesus completely.
So the third one was seeds that fell in the weeds. So when the seeds fell into the weeds, they couldn't compete for sunlight or for food. So this is kind of like people who really love Jesus and accept his invitation, but who are too busy to have are too busy to spend time with him and have many distractions around. So it's too difficult to concentrate and sit down and speak with him and ask him for help or to involve him in things. The fourth one was seeds that fall on the good soil, which means that they could grow really healthily and they could make beautiful flowers and really nice food. And it's like the people who hear Jesus' invitation and say yes and follow him and spend time praying with him, and they try to live exactly how Jesus has told us to live.
So, before we get into that, we have a few more questions for you. So, just two more. So, what is your friendship like with Jesus now? Looking back at the story about the seeds and what we've just spoken about. So which seed do you think that you are like? And if you're not sure, I don't know, do you spend lots of time with him? Are you often too busy to spend time with him? Do you want to be his friend? Are you still a bit unsure? So what is your friendship like with Jesus right now?
Well, we hope you enjoyed that conversation with your leaders, or if you were in your small groups, or if you were just sat together and you were just chatting about it. So, I don't know about you, Frankie, but I really love craft.
Oh.
Do you love craft?
Yeah, I do.
I'm sure I know from helping with kids group that we all love craft, and some of you are so amazing at drawing. So today's craft is to make a flower. So you can either draw it, or you can make it like 3D, or you can make it out of things in your house. Make sure to draw the roots of your flower too. So you can make it zigzags, you can make it straight lines, you can make it wiggly, and you can decorate it however you like. So we're just going to give you a minute to do that, and we hope you enjoy.
Great. So we would love to see your flowers, but sadly we can't today. But show them off to everyone around you. I'm sure they are wonderful. Now that we've finished making the flowers, we have another activity for you to do. And it's more of a reflection and prayer time. So we're going to imagine now that we've received an invitation from Jesus to be his friend. So what we want you to do is spend some time with your leader now and think about how would you respond if you received maybe like a physical invitation from Jesus to say, be my friend. How would you answer? And if you have the time, do just sit down and write it out so that you can remember it and look at it later as well. But if you don't have time for that, then you can also just talk about it. That's also fine. Yes, so we'll give you a little bit of time to do that now.
Well, we hope you enjoyed doing that. We have 2 more things, and then you can go back to doing whatever you want to do today. So the first challenge that we have this week for you is to plant a seed at home. So it could be in a small plot, it could be in the garden, and it can be any seed you want.
And the second thing we would like you to do is that Jesus invited us into a friendship with him. And one thing that you guys can do is open up that invitation to some of your friends. Whether that be do something really nice for somebody this week and share the love of Jesus and how good he is. Or you could even invite someone to church or to a small group. We really want to challenge you with that this week, and we hope you have fun doing that.
Thanks for watching. We hope you have an amazing rest of your day and an amazing week, and we'll see you soon.
Bye!